Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 17411 Treetop Lane here in Lake Oswego. We're located at the front left corner of the house. Line is coming out the front of the home here. We have a 4-inch cast iron clean out as our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running. We'll zero the camera length counter out right at the base of the clean out. Here we go. Transitions here at 38 feet over to a 6-inch concrete pipe. And here at 73 feet, we have reached the main lateral connection. I'm going to do locates to verify where this is at, and then we're going to let the pipe drain out completely before reeling back in so we can take a good look at this concrete pipe. All right, did a set of locates here. Found the camera head out the main lateral on Treetop Lane. Line essentially does a straight, it's slightly at an angle, but it pretty much does a straight shot out to the main. It goes all the way over to the other side of the street, right before the neighbor's driveway across the road. Then we're going to let this thing continue to drain here for a few minutes. Alright, we're down to just a trickle at this point. We have a very, very slight amount of water still moving through the clean out. I think there might be a toilet flapper inside that's slightly leaky and it's letting a little water keep moving through the pipe. So we may have a small amount of water flow throughout the line. I can tell we do have some standing water here towards the end of the pipe. Some of that water's kind of sloshing around, moving. That right there is very minimal, though. It's with some water still flowing through the pipe. There's about a 1/4 inch of standing water there. We're going to give it just a minute longer. We have no more water moving through the clean out here. We still have a little water movement here. We've had the water turned off for probably 10 to 15 minutes now, so we're going to have to start reeling the camera back in here. I think it's just slowly draining, in part due because we have some settling that's occurred here in the concrete pipe. Now we've got some, it looks like some debris sitting in the flow line right here that's built up. This amount of settling that's occurred here is really only going to cause you problems if you're putting a lot of stuff down the line that shouldn't be going down there. I mean, considering how long this line has been here, there's not a whole lot of debris buildup in the pipe. Very little to speak of. What I am going to recommend, though, is a Hydrojet to remove the debris buildup. There's a few spots like what we're seeing just in front of the camera there, where we've got some debris that's collected, and that's in large part due to the fact that we do have some standing water. Again, it's not a lot, and it's to the amount that, in my opinion, it's just not worth tearing the entire street apart to fix this. If we had tons and tons of debris buildup in the line, I might think a little bit differently about it, but typically, standing water usually is not affecting the flow in a significant way, and especially for things like toilet paper that are intended to go down the line until you have around 3/4 to 1 inch for at least 5 feet. And across this entire concrete section here, with some debris in the flow line that's going to displace some water, it's not exceeding 1/4 of an inch of standing water. I haven't had any water come up above the bottom of the camera lens here, which sits exactly 1/4 inch off the bottom of the pipe. So I would recommend jetting the line out to get the debris out of the pipe that's collected there over the last 50, 60, 70 years. Aside from that, though, I'm not seeing anything else collected in there. It looks like mostly, you know, someone may have put grease down the line at some point in its existence, and it's slowly kind of settled there in the bottom of the pipe. But I'm not seeing any toilet paper debris, anything like that. There's no paper towels in there, at least that I can see. But we do have about 3 spots in there where we've got some pretty big chunks of debris buildup, and there's likely some stuff collected in the flow line. We just can't really see it because the standing water's in the way. Anyway, I would recommend jetting the line. At this point, though, we still have adequate flow to the main. The line is functioning at this time. All the pipe we've scoped here, both the cast iron and the concrete, is actually all in very nice shape. So this is one of those lines you just want to make sure you're not putting paper towels down it or feminine hygiene products like any sewer line. That stuff tends to collect a little easier, though, when you do have some standing water. But again, it's very minimal, and I do not recommend any repairs at this time. I just recommend jetting the line out. And the line will still function without jetting it. I just think it's a good idea to get all the junk out that, you know, previous homeowners have left in there. It makes it a little bit more likely that other stuff could collect in the line. I would get it jetted and re-scoped, make sure the jet work was done properly. Aside from that, though, we have good flow to the main, and the sewer line is functioning at this time.